Welcome to this tutorial. For this short tutorial, I'll just show you a few basics of spline modeling. For this, all we're going to use are the splines up here and the NURBS. So to get started, we'll use extrude NURBS. I'll select that so we have it for the time being. And for the extrude NURBS, all I'll use right now is text, because everybody likes text. So as we can see right now, the text is completely flat and very small. To make the text actually extruded, all we have to do is drag it into the extrude NURBS, and we have extruded text. You can play around with both the text settings and the extrude NURBS settings, such as, for example, caps, if you want to turn those off so it's empty objects. You can make all of these extrude NURBS editable by clicking this button over here, pressing C, and you can edit them just like regular objects. Delete that. For the next one, I'll use Loft NURBS. What Loft NURBS does is it takes 3 splines, or 2 or more splines I should say, and turns them into a 3-dimensional plane. So for this I'll use the arc, and I'll just create 3 arcs, and I'll just drag them out a little bit to give you a better idea of what this looks like. And just select all 3 of the arcs and drag them into the Loft NURBS, and you have a 3-dimensional plane which you can further customize under the attributes. And to give you an example of how it puts it together, you can just select one of the arcs, doesn't matter which, and just drag it back and forth and see how it's kind of like a loose rubbery cloth or something. For the next one, I'll do Sweep NURBS. What Sweep NURBS does is it combines a closed geometrical shape with a line or something like that, and creates a tube or similar object. For this, I'll choose circle, you don't have to, and a helix. The helix will be the line segment. The circle, for this example, will be the closed geometric shape. And I'm changing the height and diameter just so you can see it and visualize it more easily. So what I do now is I drag both of these under the Sweep NURBS. But as you'll see, it does not create a tube. This is because the helix has been, in the hierarchy of children, is above the circle. So place the circle above the helix and you're all good to go. You can edit this and do some cool things to it under the Sweep NURBS object tab, especially with details. For example, changing the scale. If I wanted the beginning to be very thin and become very large by the end, I can just drag the beginning down and you have a conch or a horn or something. You can play around with these as well, or if you want to create a new point, press Control and then click on the spot, and you have line changing thingies. I don't actually know what they're called, shame on me, but you get the idea. And you can play around with that and make really strange objects very quickly. You can change the rotation of the polygons with this one. This is more for modeling purposes rather than anything else, and you can't really see it offhand too easily. Lastly, we'll be using lathe NURBS. For lathe NURBS, basically all you do is draw freehand something and it creates a lathe or a circular object. So what I'll do for this is go into my front mode view. You can click this button, or if you have a mouse shortcut, just go to front view, and draw something. I'll use Bezier and try to just freehand draw a very bad wine glass. You'll notice I circled these around the Y axis. The reason I did this is because when I drag the spline into the lathe NURBS, it rotates it around the Y axis. And we have a beautiful, rather large wine cup. And if I delete the top, we can actually pour liquid in it. That's about all there is to know for spline modeling. It's pretty simple. You can explore with the other preset objects or draw your own pictures and just have fun exploring it. Thank you.